A world first, Boris Johnson to face private prosecution over Brexit campaign claims.
Here's a summary of the article.
Private prosecutor Marcus Ball alleges that the former Foreign Secretary committed 3 offences of misconduct in public office by endorsing and making statements which he knew to be false at a time when he was Mayor of London and an MP. The allegation relates to the much-trumpeted claim by the Vote Leave campaign that the UK sends £350 million a week to the European Union, which was found to be misleading by the UK Statistics Authority. Mr. Ball said, "This case is a world first, it has never happened before. A Member of Parliament has never been prosecuted for misconduct in public office based upon alleged lying to the public. My backers and I aspire to set a precedent in the UK common law making it illegal for an elected representative to lie to the public about financial matters." The private prosecution is due to receive an initial hearing behind closed doors at Westminster Magistrates Court on May 14. It is not known whether the case will proceed to trial. Mr. Ball has raised more than £370,000 in crowdfunding campaigns to finance the case.
This post received a score of 33,562, with an upvote ratio of 92%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
What is private prosecution? Cases put forward against defendants by individuals or organizations rather than by a state prosecutor.
But still criminal and not civil? Yup, indeed. Still criminal, that's odd and interesting.
In DeKalb County, Georgia, USA, you can subpoena someone to show up to a hearing where you present evidence of probable cause worthy enough for arrest. If the judge is convinced, the bailiff will arrest the subpoenaed defendant from right where they stand, and put them off to a room where they'll later be transported to jail. The arrest is no different than an officer hauling them off from the street. I had the pleasure to witness this with a nightmare roommate who stole 75% of all my stuff.
I just learned something. Thank you.
Quick, post it to r/till.
Imagine being held accountable for lies. Wish this would happen in the States.
Paha, believe you me, it doesn't happen in the UK either. It's a private prosecution, that is, the state isn't holding him accountable, it's a private, independent party that are trying to prosecute him. If politicians were accountable for their lies in the UK, most of the Tories and I'm sure many of Labour would be in jail right now, and they'd be meeting half of all UK politicians in there.
Greater than if politicians were accountable for their lies in the UK, most of the Tories and I'm sure many of Labour would be in jail right now, and they'd be meeting half of all UK politicians in there. And #X200B. Sounds like a good start, then.
It's about time lies in public office was made a criminal offense. Getting the right formulations would be hard. One does not want to criminalize most statements that are unintentionally false, or ones that are false but trivial, for then politicians would say even less of substance. And I suspect there would be more problems. If something workable could be found, I'd be for it. Most politicians, of course, wouldn't be, though some of them might say they were, which would be ironic. Closing parenthesis.
I think if something is provably false and that they should have no so and it's part of official business like a referendum, official party message, that sort of thing, they should be prosecuted. If it is instead something where they have misspoken or it could be construed as a slip of the tongue, then they should be forced to publicly recant their erroneous statement and instead state what the truth is. There would need to be some method of working around, in my opinion, or I think, where they try and misconstrue something obviously nonsensical and against fact as an opinion.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.